Hello everyone, this is Lisa here from Student Sport Ireland. Here's a quick video on how to complete the Sassi 2-star online survey. In your email, you have been given two different links. One is a sample link to the survey, which will allow you and others who may be helping you complete the survey to look through the survey and see what information is required to be gathered. Any responses or answers entered into this link will not be recorded for your institution. So just to repeat, that the sample link can be sent to as many people as necessary, but responses or answers inputted into this link will not be recorded. The second link you will receive is the official link for your institution. Any answers inputted here will be recorded once you click Save before you exit each time. Do not pass this link on to others to enter their answers until you have answered all your sections. This is vital because if two people have it open at the same time, only one person's responses will be recorded. Even if it is opened by two people at the same time and only one person edits the survey, the changes will not be saved if two people are on. So just to repeat this again, only send the official link for your institution to someone else to input their answers when you have completed your sections. Make sure that the other person is finished and has entered all their answers before sending it to the next person who needs to enter their answers. Okay, so back to the survey itself. It's important to remember that when completing the SAR, it's information relating to the third level environment pre-COVID-19 which should be reported. In this video, I will be highlighting the important things to remember as you work through completing your survey. First of all, you will see the introduction page. At the bottom of this page, there's a mandatory question which you must answer. If you do not answer this question, you will receive a pop-up message to tell you that you must answer this question. Once you have selected your answer, click Start and you will move on to the next page. Here you will find some information on completing the SAR, as well as my contact details if you have any queries or questions as you complete the survey. Throughout the survey, you can move to the next page by clicking Next, and you can go to previous pages by clicking the back arrow. You will also see a Save button on each screen. Only click this button when you want to leave the survey. When you click the Save button, your answers will be saved and you will be exited out of the survey. To return to the survey, you will need to copy and paste the official link again. You will also notice that there's a progress status in the corner, indicating the page number that you are on. However, as you will see during this video, the number of pages will change depending on your answers, so please don't worry about this feature. In section 1, you are required to provide details of the person completing the SAR, who will be the champion. Again, this first question is a mandatory question. In section 2, you are required to list the location of facilities and their distance from the main campus. You will see here that there is space to list 5 locations. However, if there are more in your institution, there's a text box where you can also include these. You will also see that there's a scroll bar down the side of the page. This means that you must scroll to move the page down to answer all the questions included on that page. So just make sure to check you have answered all the questions on each page as you go through the survey. In section 3, you are required to outline the personnel associated with sport and physical activity provision within your institution. Again here, as there is a scroll bar, you are required to move down the page to see all the questions. In section 4, you are required to provide information on the funding for sport and physical activity in your institution. Throughout the survey, you will see different types of questions. For example, some require you to select an option from a drop-down menu. Some require you to input numbers or text into a text box. While some require you to tick or select one or more options from an on-screen list. Several of the questions included in the survey have logic embedded into them. This means that depending on your answer, it will move you to the next question relevant to you. For example, in this question you're asked, is there a compulsory levy or fee in your institution to support the provision of sport and physical activity opportunities for students? If I answer yes, I will move on to additional questions related to this. If I go back, and if I select no, the survey will skip the additional questions and move me on to the next question related to me. If I leave the answer blank, for example, if I don't want to answer that particular question right now, it will also skip the additional or linked questions. In section 5, you're required to provide information on the opportunities for student participation in sport and physical activity. In question 1 here, you will indicate the number of sports clubs in your institution. In question 2, you're required to select a sports club and answer the associated questions. This must be repeated for all sports clubs in your institution. So from the drop-down menu, in which the sports are listed alphabetically, pick a sports club in your institution. If a sports club in your institution is not included in the list, select Other from the drop-down menu, which you will find at the very bottom, and then please name the sport. Once you have answered the associated questions, you will come to a question that asks you, would you like to select another sports club? To record your next sports club, click Next, or click Yes, and then Next. And you will be brought to a similar page where you will repeat the previous steps for your next sports club. Repeat this process until all your sports clubs and answers have been entered. When you've recorded all your sports clubs, when you get to this question that asks you, would you like to select another sports club, select No, and then Next. This will skip you on to the next question that's relevant to you. As before, if you leave this question blank, if you don't want to answer it right now, it will skip all additional questions and move you to the next relevant question. If you find that you haven't entered all your sports clubs, but that the survey has moved you on to the next question, just go back using the back arrow, as you may find that you accidentally left it blank. So once you've all your sports clubs entered, select No and then continue. Question 4 is similar in that you are asked to record other physical activity opportunities organised in your institution. The last question on this page asks you, have you recorded all other physical activity opportunities organised in your institution in 2019-20? If you haven't recorded them all, select No, I would like to record another, and then Next. This will bring you on to the next page to allow you to record the next physical activity opportunity organised. Once you have recorded all these physical activity opportunities organised in your institution, click yes, that you have recorded them all, and then next. And this will move you on to your next relevant question, or in this case, the next section. Again, leaving it blank will also skip you on. In section 6, you are required to provide information in relation to the high performance support and services provided by your institution. In question 1, you must select a sport in which the institution currently supports high performance athletes in competition, and you must answer associated questions. As before, select your sport from the drop-down menu and answer your associated questions. The last question on the page asks you, is there another sport with the institution currently supports high-performance athletes in competition? If you haven't recorded them all yet and wish to record another sport, select yes and next. This will move you on to a similar page where you will repeat the previous steps until all sports are recorded. Once you have them all recorded, you no longer need to select another sport. So select no from the drop-down menu. And this will skip you on to your next relevant question. As before, if you leave it blank, you will also skip these additional pages. In question 5B, you are required to select a sport in which sports scholarships or bursaries are offered and answer associated questions. You must repeat this for each sport in which sports scholarships or bursaries are offered in your institution. As before, select your sport from the drop-down menu. If the sport is not included, select Other and enter the sport in the text box provided. The last question asks you, would you like to select another sport? If you would like to select another sport, select yes and next. And you will be brought on to the next page where you can repeat the process. When you have entered all the sports in which sports scholarships or bursaries are offered, select that you would no longer like to select another sport, so select no, and then next. And this will bring you on to the next relevant question. Again, if you leave it blank, this will also skip the additional pages and bring you to your next question. In question 5F, you will see you must rank order the importance of different sources of funding. To move the options into the correct order, you must select an option and drag it to its position. And you can repeat this until you're happy with your order. When you are happy that all answers have been inputted into the survey, click Complete. So when all the different people who have helped you to input their answers, once you're happy that the complete survey is finished, click the Complete button and you will see the thank you message. I hope this short video helps you complete the survey. If you have any questions or queries in the meantime or as you complete the survey, please don't hesitate to contact me.